everybody, it's Doug here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to our next playthrough episode of Etherfields. Now what I'm showing you here is my backyard because we're having a pretty rare event here in Austin, Texas, where it is actually snowing, and not a small amount. Probably got several inches on the ground. The last time I recall this happening, and it wasn't even this good, was about 11 to 12 years ago. Anyway, you can see where I've walked into the house a couple times. Just wanted to share that with you as we get ready. It's rather surreal, so as we get ready to play this rather surreal game, this is kind of apropos. So thanks, and let's get started. We're going to get right back to the board. Now, you might be hearing my heater, so if you are, I apologize for that. I hope it's not too distracting. Anyway, as we continue, we are searching through this abandoned market, and I'm starting to get a little concerned about our health and well-being as we progress through this market, because we've been investigating a lot and it's not been paying off for us. Well, that's not true. We've got some good items and that. We've got this cool flashlight, which has been very helpful. But the real problem is that we need to get to where we're going probably more quickly than we are, because we're also going through our decks, burning through our decks relatively quickly. Now, we are playing with the Free Spirit and the Specialist, who's kind of a technical guy. And we've gone through this part of the market. We found this escalator down. We've taken the escalator down. We did shed some light on these spaces, but that is unfortunately gone now. And we're going to have to use our skills and our flashlight again to try and illuminate some of the areas, because we are being stalked by something in the darkness. And that's what these threat tokens are. There is a thing that is stalking us as we go through the darkness. Now, one of the interesting things about the layouts of these cards is they don't always align with like a map tile or something. You got to put them in the way they are meant to align, like this one here, where the escalator is. It shows that it's partly in B3, partly here, and then you got the staircase coming down. And you know, at the root of this, mechanics are really relatively simple. It's a card mechanic. You're playing actions from the cards, and you're getting as many actions as you can each turn. When you run out of cards, you're shuffling, you're taking some damage. But really what's cool about this is the unique environments in the story as we progress through this abandoned market. It looks kind of like an old shopping mall. There's glass everywhere and everything like that. Of course, we're living in a dreamscape to boot. So let's continue on. I don't believe I have anything to correct, but let's just continue on with our search through the market. We're looking for someone who can help us understand who we are. We are stuck in this dreamscape, and we don't know exactly who we are and where we're supposed to be. So we're going to see if we can figure that out. Anyway, thanks for watching, by the way. Thanks for subscribing. And for those of you who entered my competitions, sorry I haven't sent anything out yet. I have them all boxed up, and I've had a lot of trouble getting to the post office. When I have gone there, it's been very crowded. I have two senior in-laws that I'm very concerned about with COVID, so I try to be as careful as possible. I may be taking an idea from Bernd, and I would like your input on this. Instead of sending physical games, I'm tempted to just send a gift card or gift check or whatever, or an amount at a store, local game store or online game store of your choice, and do it that way instead. That would even be better for those that are probably overseas, because shipping and the time of shipping can take a long time. Anyway, let me know what you think about that. But right now, let's just get into our game and get started. Now, as we head into this new round, our Free Spirit only had 2 cards, so she gets to draw 4, and I have drawn 4 new cards for her. She got another Effort, a Hurry, a Secret Door, which is a special card that we acquired. It says place 1 spirit token on your dreamer board. Additionally, if all players agree, you may end this dream slumber. Each dreamer suffers 1 stress for doing that. So we can get out of here if we need to, but we're not going to do it for that. We're probably going to use it for this. And then we have a motivation card. Any dreamer may draw 2 cards. If the current turn suite is this, which it is, a dreamer may draw 4 cards instead. I think that's out of sequence too. But anyway, I don't think we're going to use them for that. So we're going to give her cards there. Now our specialist had 4 cards in hand still, so he only got to draw 2 more. He got an Effort and an Assistant. An Assistant is a progress card. We may want to get that out because it is pretty good. When you place a progress card, you may spend 1 crystal to flip an adjacent, one we've already used. We haven't used ours yet, but that's okay. So let's make sure, yeah, there, right there. And those are our hands for this round. Now, I also determined that while we've been going through along here and exploring every single little thing, I don't know if that's the right thing to do, because every step we take, there's something to read and something to look at. I don't know if that's a good idea. This area right here where this darkness is, there's a lot of trash right there. I may want to actually do that and then skip this one down to here. I don't know. So anyway, we're going to start with our specialist. So here is our specialist hand of cards. First thing we need to do is move. So I think we're going to play this effort here to move. Now we haven't had to fight anything, so I haven't needed a lot of wrath. But we're going to spend this cunning to move. And he is simply going to skip the space and move right down to here. That's going to be the card that he plays right now, and that's going to go in his discard pile. And then now I'm going to go back and forth. So we started our turn with our specialist. That may matter, may not, probably doesn't. Like I said, the turns are very fluid in this game. He's standing in a space that's very dark, though there is a monster spawn point there, so that does let me know that there's a possibility that there is a monster will spawn. Okay, now we're going to our free spirit. Our free spirit, I think, is going to get a couple of moves in. We're going to play the secret door, actually, because I'm not going to use it for its special purpose. We're going to play the secret door there and get 2 moves and pop down to here. I think we're just going to skip over that space, okay? Then, I think what we'll do next... Oops, I missed one of her cards here. She has one more card. Oh, no, that's her memory card. That doesn't belong there. Sorry. Okay, anyway, I think what we're going to do next is our specialist is going to investigate this space, but not before using the flashlight. I found that's been very useful. So we are going to pull the flashlight out, and the flashlight says place 1 light token in your space. It is active until the end of the turn. Roll a luck die, and if it's an X, you discard the flashlight. It runs out of batteries or something. So let's do that. Okay, so we have illuminated the space, and then we're going to roll our die. We did not roll the X, so we still get to keep our flashlight. And then he is going to take a moment to, I think, probably use 2. So in this space, when we're searching in the dark, we can either use 2 cunning or 2 awareness to access one of these, which is what we're on. So I think we're going to use, I think we're going to use the pocket ladder for 2 awareness and look at that entry. That entry is going to be entry 772. In the book, so let's take a listen to that and see what happens as we enter into the space. Okay, there's entry 7. Now, don't read around it. Just read the one we're looking at if you want to. I'm going to read it to you anyway. The room ends here. A torso emerges from the darkness, reaching for us with its gnarled arms. If this is a lit space, or a nighttime space, which it is not right now, place a threat token in the space. 1 max per space. There is a door here. Reveal card D and tile Y. Note the tile Y is placed on the Dreamscape board in an unusual way. Look carefully at the grid. Okay, so I need to get those out. Card D and tile Y. So let's look at card D. That's, in fact, right on the top right here. So what do we got? Card D is going on C4. So this is getting interesting. We're going to have to move some of our cards down so that we... And this is stuff we need to keep track of, so I'll just move it off to the side. But C4... It looks like it's going to go right... no, that's interesting. Well, it is placed in an unusual way. Oh, it goes right there, I guess. That looks like it would make sense, right? Because it was 772, it still is, and that looks like that's where it goes on the C4 space. Okay, well that makes sense. Then we have to get tile Y out. And that is this tile. That's a weird looking tile. C3, so I guess C4, this C4 card will go, I'm going to move our hands aside for a moment. This C3 card will go right here. But I think, let's plan it out. Actually, it goes right here. Right? Yes, because it goes on that space right there. Very unusual mapping, I think. Is that right? Is that right? I don't know if that's correct. Because the C3 spot is right there. Now, normally C3 is right here, but that doesn't seem to make sense. It seems like it would be like that because we're layering that on top of the C3 space right there, right? Well, let's see if that actually works. You know what else is interesting? No, look, that's the door right there, isn't it? Because see, if you look under here, there's this space right here. So maybe it goes like this for now. I don't know. Not like that, but like So, see, I don't know. This is interesting. I think it does go as I had it, like this. And we'll figure it out. I think maybe when we open the door, we'll end up coming over here, or some other card will take its place. But for now, we'll do that. And we can remember that this is bathed in the light of the flashlight. Okay. So, next up, now, we need four awareness. It says, after hours of aimless wandering, we can relocate our to this space on. There you go. That makes sense. So when we do that, we're going to get to relocate our dreamer here when we go through the door. But we have each. It looks like we're going to have to spend 4 cunning to do, or 4 awareness rather, to do that. So that was his turn. He found a door, explored it. There's a door there, and it doesn't. It says note that the Y tile is placed. Yeah, that we got figured that out. Okay, so we're okay. It's placed in an unusual way. Instead of being square on it, it's placed in the middle. So, interesting way to do that. Very, very clever. All right, that was our specialist. So, we're going to go back to our free spirit. And let's see, what will our free spirit... Now, you know, our free spirit can do a lot of things because of spirit tokens. She's got 3 spirit tokens on her card. She's a little stressed out, though. So, we got to be slightly careful. But I do believe... do we want to continue to explore? I could spend 2 and explore. I'm going to need to move, so I think we'll spend this motivation. Man, but I could get more cards right now. Look at that Fenny Dreamer truck. I could get 4 cards for her right now. I think we're going to spend it that way for its action and get 4 cards for our free spirit because she can actually handle those. 1, 2, 3. No, she can only handle 3 more. That's okay. I'll take it because it'll give us the ability to do that. So what did we get? We got so many possibilities. The flashback, it says place 1 spirit token on your dream board, or yeah, we're not going to do that. And then hesitation, we can seal this card for a bunch of stuff. So that was worth it. And then I think she will explore that space. We need 2 cunning or 2 awareness. I could spend this one here. Just where is it? There. I could just spend this hurry for the ability to explore the space. I think we'll do that. So she's going to do that. I hope we made a good call there getting some more cards. It'll pull our turn out longer. And then we're going to explore 018. Now she does not have light in her space, so that could go bad for her. There's all this glass. We've been taking damage, like stepping on things as we go along. It's been adding to our stress and hurt. We're kind of wounded a little bit, our feet. So let's see. 118. You will die. You will die today, the birds caw. That's not good. Why do we want to die today? It has been a long time since I saw Grandma Abby. I throw a few breadcrumbs to the birds. I don't have more than that to give. Don't worry about me. I will be careful. Each dreamer may seal 3 cards to cure 1's stress. Okay, well that's interesting. Oh wait, that's not the right. Sorry guys, that is pretend I didn't say that at all. That is the wrong one. It's not 118, it's 18. Sorry, I read that. Ignore it, pretend it didn't happen. Okay, so 18. Oh yeah, this is much different. An old lamp stands on the desk. I gotta get it so I can read it to you correctly. Like an old soldier guarding the perimeter. We imagine how this place looked in the past. The interior is clean and well lit. Large tomes heap up on the desk. I want to make sure I read the right one. I am. Okay, good. A man as sad as the lamp bends over a book. Not enough for rent. Not enough for new commodities, he murmurs. Too much competition. A customer still wants something different. New. Something I don't have. Instead of taking what is permanent and valuable, they prefer what is temporary and unnecessary. We probably won't survive the next month. And he was right. The vision vanishes, and we are again in the dusty darkness. Gain card H. You can always find something in the darkness. Wisdom card. Something cackles in the dark. If this space is dark, yes, place a threat token on this space. Max 1 per space. Okay. So we're going to get card. What was that? Card H, I think. Card H. Yeah. Okay. And then we're going to place another threat token. Get a threat token out. We're going to place another threat token on the space with the free spirit. But we are going to get card H. It's a wisdom card. That means it's going to go into our folio of wisdom. And it says, you can always find something in the darkness. When you are in a dark space, you may make it light. You may roll the luck die. If you roll X, you suffer 1 stressed or seal a card. If you roll, oh, this is, why wouldn't I do this? Okay, when you're in a night space, you may make it day. You may roll the luck die. X, we suffer 1, we gain 1. This is all good except for the X. So why wouldn't she just do this? Anyway, let's put this in our stuff. These are our wisdom cards. So I am going to take this one and place it right here. And we'll just we're keeping track of these wisdom cards that we're getting. We have the Thorn Knight, the Dreamworld map, which is an explanation of the map, and then this. So I think we're going to do this. Why wouldn't we? Yeah, we could suffer some hurt, but it's not that likely. So we're going to first turn the space to day. Let me find a day token. These are a little hard. I don't have as many of these, I don't think. Oh, here's one. Okay, we've got a day token. So we're going to turn this space to light, which will immediately, according to this card right here, fortunately they're just mannequins. When this card is active, any one in a space that is not darkness is immediately discarded. So since we turn that to light, this threat token will go away, and then we're going to roll the die and see what we get. We got a 1. A 1 on that card is nothing. Okay, so we didn't get anything out of it, but we did get to turn the space to light, and I think that was valuable to us, so that is good. That is going to mark the end of her action. Now we're going to go back to our guy specialist here. Is he ready to move on? I think so. Let's see. Can he do it? Oh, wait a second. He can't do it. Yes. Oh, wait. Yes, he can. We have to seal this card. We've been sealing some cards. I can do this one and this one. I can seal this for 3 because we need 4, and then do this one and move on to the next tile. It says, yeah, I guess we're going to do that. Okay, that's rough. We're going to seal this hesitation card. It says seal this card to gain 3 of any of these. So we're going to get 3 awareness, and then 1 more awareness to do this, which requires 4. So let me go take care of that. So I discarded the 1 and sealed the other. That's not great for us, but anyway, then we appear here. And it says, 1 stealth, relocate your dreamer to the space on the B4 tile. So we appear here. There's this maze in front of us. I don't know how well you can see it. I imagine you can on a decent sized screen. There's a maze in front of us, and there's things we have to do. Now, I do see wrath tokens on, or wrath requirements on some of these. So here's what we see. It says, there's some words here. It says, labyrinth of doors and corridors. What do these colors mean? Well, there's a yellow door. We can spend 1 cunning to go through that one. There's a red hatch, which requires 1 wrath. There's a blue door, which requires 1 cunning and 1 wrath. That's interesting. And then there's a green pipe that requires 1 cunning, and a wooden door, which requires 1 awareness. And then there's a wooden door that requires 1 cunning and 1 wrath. Huh. Okay, well, and then up here it says, for 3 cunning, check the windows. We might want to do that. That seems like that's a plausible thing to do. Regardless of that, we got to get our fine friend over there right now. So she's got lots of cards, so we can get some movement on right there. We don't have a lot of hours. We only got 3 total. She can spend 2 cards. Well, she won't be able to get in there this turn. So she will spend these 2 cards. Oh wait, she's got these other 2 cards too, right? Yeah, these 2. So she will spend these 2 to move, though, 2 spaces, 1 and 2. So she's now in that space right there. We're going to avoid that space in the corner, though. It's probably, strangely enough, something really good for us, which would be sad. And now she's in that space, but that's the end of her actions. Let's see. Yeah, okay. I'm just looking at the cards. So oh, that was, you know what? Hold on. Just make sure I did that right. I don't know that I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. But these 2 cards belong to our specialist. These 2 that will both of these belong to our specialist. These 3 belong to our free spirit. So we still have 2 cards with the specialist, but I don't know that we're going to be able to do that much with them. Got to think about this turn. Let me take a moment to consider the turn and just to figure out what we want to do. Okay, well, it would be back to our specialist now. He's in this space, and I think that he's going to stop. Now, we could go after this red latch and just see, because as I understand it, a wrath action is an aggressive action or whatever. You can do it one space away. So since all that requires is one wrath, I think I can do it from one space away. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? I think I can. I do have this card, or do I just hold on to him? I think he's going to be done. He's just going to hold on to them. And then for our free spirit, I think what we're going to do is pause with her as well, because it would be very expensive for her to get over to here right now with the cards that she currently has. It would cost her to seal another card to get there, like the specialist did, and she's sealed some. They both sealed a few cards already. So I think we're going to pause there. That's going to end our turn. That's fine. It's not going to hurt us to do that, actually, because at the end of the turn, these light tokens will go away, but we're going to be moving off that space, and it looks like we've eluded the creature that's chasing us. We'll have to see. That may or may not be true, because now we're in a new area. We're in this maze. So let's look at the end of the turn. Well, I did take advantage of the fact it was on this type of card, but we're going to do a morphing action, and I think we're not going to be affected. So let's take a look at the creature in the darkness, the something in the darkness. So morphing action. Each dreamer places one on an adjacent space. Okay, well, we can do that. So we'll place one on an adjacent space. We'll just place it back on where we came from. There. And it says each dreamer places one on. So we have to do that with our... So I guess we are going to continue to have them down here, right? But these are not darkness spaces. So as I understand it, okay, so this is interesting. We would do this, but we have this as well. While this card is active, and this card is active until the dream ends, while this card is active, any threat tokens in a space that is not dark, not nighttime, will immediately be discarded. There's no nighttime in this area, so I think we're not going to place one there, would be my thought. Okay. Then we're going to have its basic effect take place right here. And there's no movement. It doesn't move right now. So its basic effect is each dreamer in a space with a threat token seals 2 cards as they're attacked by the thing in the darkness. But the good news is we don't have anything. We're in a light space and there's no token with us. So that is going to mark the end of that. We're now, what, 4 turns in. We've got 12 total turns to get through this. These 2 tokens then go away, and we get to move on. Okay. Let me draw up our new hands. We're going to get a couple more cards. We're going to see for our free spirit. We'll get 3 new cards, and I think, oh gosh, we're going to run out of... There's only 2 cards in her deck, so she's going to have to shuffle. So this is her hand right now. She's going to get 1 more card. I'm going to go shuffle her deck, which means she is going to take another stress. And I'll put that on her character. She's now at 3 stress. We'll shuffle up her deck and draw another card, because she'll draw a maximum of 6, but you know you can draw 4. So she already had 3, so she can get 3 more. Let's do that. Okay, we got this motivation card back. That's a pretty good card, actually. That's the one with drawing the extra cards. Maybe we'll be able to do that again. Our specialist has only 2 cards in his hand, so we're going to have to draw exactly 4 cards. And he has exactly 4 cards in his deck, so next time he will be shuffling as well. He's got his optimization, so many possibilities and so many possibilities. So that's where he's at this turn, and now we can get on to our next round. Now, since we're moving off these darkness spaces, I don't know how effective these special things for the monster in the darkness are going to be, because it looks like we've successfully removed ourselves from the dark area. Well, we will. So let's start with the free spirit this turn. We'll start with her this round, and we'll do 1 more round, and then we'll call it an episode. So I need to get 4 total. Wow, this is kind of rough, guys. I need to get 4 total. I can do this hesitation. I'm going to have to seal this card anyway, and I think I am. So I think she'll use... Well, this flat... Yeah, she'll use... hesitation. She's going to seal the hesitation card. We might be sealing too many cards here. And use this one to be able to move, to get 4 total of those to move on to, 4 total awareness to move on to the other tile. So she's going to do that and come here. She finds herself going through this door and appearing in the maze with our specialist. So let me discard those. The one is sealed, and then this one is discarded. So she's got a lot of cards sealed. So does the specialist. It's not great. Okay, now we'll go on to the specialist turn. So we're now in a new area. I'm not as worried about this darkness problem that we had before. I do think, though, that I held on to some cards so we could do something valuable. I think that he will spend so many possibilities right here. He'll spend that, he'll discard it, so that he can move down to here. And he'll be in the space so he can do a couple of things. And since we moved him down there, I'm just going to continue with his turn. He will then spend another so many possibilities to look at the yellow, to go, does he want to go through the yellow door? It says go through. I don't know, that's making me nervous. We're going to try it. We have to explore it anyway, so he's going to spend this one. He's going to go through the yellow door. So he used his cunning to open the door, and now we've got to go to entry 653 in the Book of Secrets, and it will tell us what's going to happen next. I'm concerned that we're going to leave our compadre behind or something. That would be terrible. So 653, let's hear. Okay, here we are, 653. Yellow door, do we really want to go in there? Look at the whole dreamscape and think first where it can possibly lead. What do these colors mean? If you're sure you want to go through, read 279. If you don't want to, just don't do it. That's kind of telling me not to, isn't it? But, God, I don't know. So it's definitely leading me. Oh my God! I think we're gonna try it. What do you think, guys? I think, yeah, okay. We're gonna go through the door. So I mean, we got to take chances. That's how you win the game. So we're gonna go to, let's see, say 279. Okay, 279. Okay, cross your fingers that nothing terrible happens. It's probably gonna be a major spoiler. And nothing terrible. Okay, I'm glad I said it that way. And nothing terrible happened. We are in the next room. It's kind of familiar. Wait, this is place your dreamer in the exit space of A1. Oh no! Are you kidding me? Oh wow! Oh, that's okay. So the exit space of tile A1. That would be right here. So he appeared way back up at the front. He's got to make his way back down there again. Oh man, that is just terrible. And he's got to wade through the darkness. There's all these darkness icons there. At least we have the flashlight. So he walks to the door, disappears, and our free spirit sees him go. Doesn't know where he's gone. That's just terrible. Wow. So we know not to go through there. Maybe we'll need to go through there later. Okay. So for her, man, I wish we had something we could summon one of our people to the space. Okay. Anyway, we can't. So let's go to our free spirit, see what she's going to do. So I'm just checking cards, making sure we are okay. All right. So our free spirit, I think, is going to spend a card. We'll spend another. We'll just spend this hesitation for cunning to move, and we will move into this space right here. And at that point, I think she's going to try and save up to look out the window. We can do that, actually. So she's going to discard that one. And then we're going to go back to our specialist. He's got to hustle, but he really can't. So I think what he's going to do is he'll play this card, just this one, for 2 movement. He's going to move 1, 2 across the market. Now there is a darkness thing there, so he's going to turn the flashlight on. Let me get a token out. Okay, he's going to light up that space, which will get rid of this wrath, knocking everything over. That's all. Wow, really knocking everything over. Okay, we're going to get rid of this token here. So that one is gone. Let's put that aside for now. We lit it up, but now we have to roll the die. Not an X. Good. So we still have the flashlight. And we still have our special card with the... God, it's just awful with the wisdom card that we have. So he moved to there. He moved 2 spaces and lit it up. Now we're here with her. I think she's going to spend these 2 cards to, it says, check the window, 390. So she's going to spend these 2 cards to look out the window. I just can't feel that's going to be terrible for us because of what just happened. Not everything here can be bad, right? So 390, that was actually really bad for the specialist. That's sitting way back. We know not to go through the yellow door now. 390, let's see. Just double check that. It is 390 even, okay. 390. Through the dirty glass, we see a small dining room. A large table bears a variety of food, and several feasters sit around it. We can't see any doors. How did they enter this place, and how do they intend to leave? Through this small window? One of the guests spots us and winks with a smile. Gain card 41B, the right mood note card. Okay, 41B. So, let's see. That is totally different. I'm going to have to go get that and be right back. Alright, so I've run into a problem. I cannot find the card that it's recommending to me. I have looked just about everywhere. I've tried to see if it got out of sequence. I've looked through all the cards that I have. I can't see it. So, I'm going to pretend like we don't have it right now. We'll just go on without it for the moment. And I will continue to look for it as we play. So that is going to be the end of her turn. Now we're going back to our specialist here. He basically is going to sit tight, and that's going to be the end of his round because he can't move really. But I know that the darkness thing is going to have its special effect. Each dreamer in range 1. So I think, we're going to use this ability because he is in range 1 of one of those tokens. So we're going to use this. Here, we're going to light it up. When you are in a darkness space, which we are, you may make it day. So we're going to take this, we're going to make this one, we may make this one day, not the one next to us. Oh, that's not good. Just in our space. So maybe I need to try and, I think what we're going to have to do, here's what we're going to have to do. So I lit that space up, because I can see what's coming, right? I know what's coming. I know we're going to have its special effect. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to spend an hour, leaving us with just 2 hours on our time clock, to do an extra move there, and then I will use that ability, light up this space, which will get rid of that token, and then I can roll on the die and see what happens. I got a 2. Does a 2 do anything? A 2 gains a crystal. I'll take it. Boom. All right. I assume it doesn't really say how many times you can do that. It just says you can always find things in the darkness. When you are in a space, you may make it light. You may roll the luck die. So that's what we did. So we have to be in a night space. That's the caveat there. But that's okay, because that's going to make him safe from the creature. Right? All right, for this turn. So let's go back to our... Well, we really can't do much. Yeah, we're going to have to end her turn. She's standing in the maze. She made it over to that window, but that wasn't that helpful. So, because we can't find that card, I'm going to keep looking for it. It's II or 241B. So I need to keep looking for that card. Okay, we're going to call that the end of the round then. So the first thing that's going to happen is we're going to take a look at the effects of the creature that we have, which is this. We're going to do its special effect. Each dreamer in range 1 from any token stuff. Oh, I'm still in range 1. Oh my god. Okay, suffers 1 stress. Okay, so I'm still in range 1 there. That did not help me at all. Now that I'm looking at the board, that was not worth it. So we're now at 3 stress with our specialist. This is no bueno. Okay, so that happened. Now remember, she's nowhere near any of these, so she's fine. And then our basic effect is going to take place. Each dreamer in a space with a darkness token seals 2 cards. We don't have to do that because he lit up the space there with that. You can always find something in the dark. I guess it's that lantern. Okay. Anyway, that's going to be the end of the round. So that will mark the end of this. Now nothing moves, so we're just going to discard that, and we're going to go on to our next round. But we're going to do that in the next episode. So thanks for watching. As always, thanks for subscribing. Please let me know if you know what that 241-B card is, because I just can't find it in the box. I've had this problem before where I've had to go searching there out of place, but this one I literally went through tons and tons of cards and did not find it. It's probably in there somewhere, but I couldn't find it. So we'll see. We'll keep looking. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'll see you in the next episode. Take care. Have a wonderful day. It's still snowing outside here in Austin, so that's pretty awesome stuff. Have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.